Oh, good morning, everybody. Or good afternoon or good evening, depending on where you are. This is taken from chapter 40 from my first book, Out of the Bottomless Pit. And soon I'll be doing Out of the Bottomless Pit book 2, a follow-up of this first book. Came out in 2014, so we can upgrade what we now know. But anyway, I think you'll find this is still very startling in what it says here. The mark of the beast. The mark of the beast will eventually be used to buy and sell, as Revelation 13:16 through 18 says. And reading this chapter, Revelation 13, should help people who say, oh, there's not going to be any Antichrist, and then, nah, it's already happened. Read Revelation chapter 13, it might change your mind, of which I'll read just a couple of verses now. Revelation 13:16 through 18. And he causes all. Who does? Has to be a person. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand on their forehead. Sounds like somebody's branding the people like cattle. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. He is wisdom. Well, if you've got a brain, half a brain, start listening. Be one of the wise ones. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast. The beast is the coming Antichrist, or the seventh power, seventh world empire. For it is the number of a man, and his number is 600, 66. Everybody knows that number, 666. Very, very interesting. Well, if we go to the Bible, we find out Satan has been attempting to destroy the image of God throughout history. Yeah, ever since Adam and Eve. Read my book, Eden Insights, to show graphically how Satan tried to destroy Adam and Eve so many times. Literally. So, Satan has been attempting to destroy the image of God, of which Adam was called the image of God, throughout history, as displayed in the Bible and confirmed by extra biblical evidence, and how he plans on imitating and counterfeiting God's redemptive work in the ultimate hybrid of all time, whom the Bible calls the beast, Antichrist. Satan's plan is already well underway and will be accomplished in part through transhumanism and the alien deception. Alien deception being, aliens are going to come here one of these days in UFOs and claim that they seeded man on the planet millions of years ago to sort of add to his evolutionary lie. And he'll believe that lie and believe anything like faith in God is just nonsense. But that's the devil's plan, more deception. Satan has used this denial. Oh, wait a minute. Satan's plan is already well underway and will be accomplished in part via transhumanism and the alien deception. These have both been made possible through the teaching of theory of evolution, which at its core denies there is a God. Satan has used this denial to pave the way philosophically for the acceptance of going to the next level of humanity. And because man denies God, he believes he ought to continue evolving. The transhumanist movement boasts that man can direct his own destiny through the rewriting of his DNA code. Transhumanists seek to make man into gods by directing his own evolution, rather than accepting that God originally created man in his image, and man is now fallen, but through Jesus will be restored to that original and unfallen image. The transhumanists insist that man can do it himself. Satan will use man's desire to be his own God to deceive him into believing the ultimate lie, that his fallen messengers are both the creators and saviors of man. He will not do this openly, but will deceive mankind through demons which are masquerading as aliens, who are spreading the message that the inhabitants of the earth can evolve, be like them, and obtain transcendent powers. Finally, the seed of the serpent will come. He'll be a man who will be greater than his fellows, who will understand sinister schemes and shall rise up and become the Antichrist. So, whoever this Antichrist guy is, alien coming in a chariot or UFO, whatever, persuading mankind that mankind was seeded millions of years ago and it's such nonsense of evolution. However, they're going to have some compelling reasons why people should go for the implant system. As you probably know, you even got the people here like Klaus Schwab of the Economic Forum recently stating, "Oh, I look forward to the day when everybody's got implants in their brains so we know what they're thinking." Things have evolved a lot in science in the last 8 years since I wrote this book. So anyway, they're going to have some compelling reasons, and I'll read you some of the compelling reasons why anybody would want implants. It's quite amazing. As you read below, there are many compelling reasons for getting implants and eventually the mark of the beast. So many compelling advantages, or so it would seem, but what will be the ultimate price? It sounds like people could possibly get extra benefits and powers if they get the chip in their foreheads rather than their right hand. These technologies are being developed right now, and they will be enthusiastically adopted by a large segment of the general public. So are you ready for this brave new world? Will you ever let them put a chip in your head or in your right hand? Will you refuse to accept the coming mark of the beast? A tiny computer chip surgically embedded in your brain could give you superpowers. Sounds crazy, but scientists already use these devices to restore sight for some blind people and hearing for the deaf. In the future, these implants, also known as neuroprosthetics, will be able to do much more, sometimes with the help of super sensitive eye or ear implants. By using electronic signals to stimulate parts of the brain, these chips can now deliver visual and auditory signals and restore connections that have been severed by trauma. Once our understanding of the brain has improved, researchers think it will be possible to deliver more data to the mind. It's currently risky to drill into the skull and put a small electronic device in there, but the technology is rapidly advancing. Soon things we consider superpowers will be readily available to anybody who wants them and can afford it. Here's some of the things that brain implants will make possible. Tiny computer chips surgically embedded in your brain could give you superpowers. Well, 1. Hear a conversation from across a room or in a crowded club. Here today, I'm just going to give you the headings of all the things that can be done. I won't go into the details. You can read it in my book, in Out the Bottomless Pit, to see the whole story. So number 1, hear a conversation from across a room or in a crowded club. 2, give you the ability to see in the dark. 3, this is what implants will be able to do. Give you sight that can zoom in on things that are far away. 4, make you better at maths and navigation. 5, allow you to download skills like in the Matrix. 6, restore damaged memories. 7, cure depression and control mood. 8, enhance focus and energy like stimulants without the drugs. 9, control machines with your mind. 10, search the web and translate languages. So, brain implants could give people perfect memories and night vision. Restore hearing. That's what's already done. It says more than 300,000 people already use a brain implant called a cochlear implant. This common neuroprosthetic replaces a malfunctioning ear to restore hearing for certain deaf people. It also control tremors. Thousands of Parkinson's patients use a neuroprosthetic, another fancy word for implant, to lessen tremors and rigid movement. Restore vision. A retinal implant under development similar to the recently approved second sight one. What brain implants could do in the future. The implants above are used to restore function lost to disease, but they could be used to enhance function too. Eventually, neuroprosthetics will do the things of science fiction. Quick learning, memory processing, language translation, night vision, and more. Make us better at math and navigation. Research already shows that brain stimulation from external electrodes can help people learn much faster. Matrix-like automatic learning. Improvements to the technology could recreate the Matrix. Well, I heard recently that richest man in the world is Elon Musk. He's working on creating a Matrix. Well, good luck with that one. I don't want to be in it. Restoring memories and improving mood. Allen Institute for Brain Science and Connections in a Mouse Brain. Already the military is experimenting with brain implants that will help soldiers improve memories damaged by traumatic injuries. Enhancing focus, alertness, and energy. Once brain functions can be restored, the next step could be to use the same mechanism to enhance them, including giving humans better memory, focus, mood, and alertness. Yeah, and of course, the first people that want to give that to will be soldiers. Give them night vision and long-distance vision and very clear memories, etc. Controlling robots with our minds. Wow. That's not so far away. They've already been working on this. It's crazy what they're up to. Yes, there's a lot now, 8 years later, that's already been done. It's shocking what they can do with technology. Enhancing our senses. Every medical implant above could be turned into an enhancement implant. Current prosthetics can help a blind person regain vision. In the future, implants will let somebody see in the dark or have zooming vision, lets them read words 150 feet away. We're already developing contacts that can zoom. Combined with implants, we could control them with the brain, allowing us to enhance the zoom at will. This is what the scientists say, of course, this is what they're boasting, what they're going to be doing, what they want to do. Create Terminators and stuff. Crazy planet, huh? Technological and ethical hurdles, improving technology. Drilling holes in the skull to implant electrodes is risky, difficult, and potentially damaging to extremely important areas of the brain, not to mention scary. Even the implants are dangerous. The brain doesn't like to sit still inside the skull, so today's implants easily slip out of place. Implants need to be made of non-toxic materials that won't cause our bodies to reject them as foreign, and need to be tiny and rechargeable. Well, improving understanding of the brain. From Human Connectome Project, Science, March 2012. The Human Brain Connectome Project hopes to get a grasp on how the brain's neurons are connected, helping understand thoughts and memories on the cellular level. More important, our understanding of the brain is still rudimentary in many ways, or basic. We may understand most of how vision works, but our understanding of memory has a long ways to go. The next challenge will be to interpret the complex information from 100 billion tiny nerve cells that make up the brain, the author says. There are several projects underway in the US and Europe to develop a better fundamental understanding of the brain, including the Human Connectome Project and the aforementioned Brain Initiative and the Human Brain Project. Get people on board, but the real sticking point in applying these new technologies could be the people themselves. Yes, that's it. It's a question of whether people are going to be willing to take these implants to enhance different parts of their bodies eventually, or just to fix them now when they're impaired. That's the big question. Will people freely receive these implants, or will they reject them? And of course, eventually it'll lead to the mark of the beast. I think it's amazing that somebody could prophesy 2,000 years ago exactly what scientists are up to today. As we read in the beginning, Revelation chapter 13. Well, that's just a synopsis on that chapter 40 from my first book, Out the Bottomless Pit. Do get the book, as I think you'll find it fascinating. Have a great day, everybody. Bye for now.